So, welcome everyone. This is going to be a TVP on ESL Frost. It's from the WCS EU Challenger Qualifiers from the 21st and 22nd of September 2013, aka Season 3 Challenger. Now, I'm going to be casting Season 3 Challenger on Monday and Tuesday. That's the 30th of September and 1st of October. Make sure you tune in. It'll be on twitch.tv/WCS_Europe2, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. So, yeah, definitely check that out. There's some awesome games coming up. They're absolutely insane. But some people have qualified. I'm casting the games from the qualifiers that didn't get cast up, actually, from replays. So, hope you do enjoy. Make sure that if you're watching on YouTube, you like this video, leave a cool comment and subscribe, of course. And if you're watching on my Twitch live, one, you're awesome, and two, make sure you hit follow twitch.tv/Madals, because I'm going to be streaming tons, because I love streaming. Anyway, let me introduce these two players. Up in the top left, spawning as the red Protoss player, it is none other than Daisy, from, of course, Western Wolves Mad Cats. And his opponent up in the top right, the purple Terran from Millennium, it is DieStar. And now both of these two, if I'm not mistaken, are actually playing on the Korean server, because the replays were from the Korean client. So that's quite cool if that was being done. I'm not sure where Daisy is located. If it is, actually no, it probably is over in Korea. Anyway, all fun times. Now, Frost in the verticals, in the horizontal spawn positions, probably this is quite a cool, important feature of the map, as well as this. This watchtower is integral. It lets you know any push probably coming to you through the middle, but it's this top path through that's going to lead to interesting stuff. It's why this third base is probably the most important, because if you were to expand up to here, you'd be very vulnerable for a little push over the top. Not something that you really want to be seeing. Now, anyway, gas down. Nice and early by that timing. I think it was actually a gas first, if I'm not mistaken. So, well, Reaper coming down, it couldn't have been a gas first. It was, I am mistaken. At least I'm admitting to it, though. Many casters wouldn't. Yeah, Cybercore coming down over this side, up against the Reaper. Reaper opening against Protoss. Well, it's good fun, to be honest, because until they get their Stalker or their Mothership core out, no way to deal with it. You can't stop it. So if you just get the one Reaper out, you can potentially get a probe kill or two, but you also get full scouting information that they just can't deny, and that's really quite annoying. In terms of cliff area, lots around here, a little bit around here. I don't actually think that is a... No, that's not a cliff you can jump up. I do correct myself. There's a small cliff here that you can jump up, a bit here, and some around here. So that Reaper does have a bit more options to go in than some of the maps, but it's no Star Station. Of course, Star Station ridiculously good for Reapers. Oh my goodness, that was fun times. Anyway, Nexus coming down here. And that's all cool. Getting that Nexus down off the one gate, really quite normal from Daisy. Just playing this fairly safe, to be honest. Just going to be able to hold this off with the Mothership core, poke the Reaper quite a while. But the Reaper, did it get the scout on the Nexus? Yep, that's been seen. All looking good. The command center's coming down as well, back at home for DieStar. And DieStar just adding on a couple more barracks. So going to be just popping out the Marines, probably getting a tech lab, maybe definitely on one. Possibly on two, depends exactly what's planned. Double tech lab would just mean that you can get a stim and combat shield simultaneously. But a really common push against Protoss, you just get the one tech lab. And with that, you get stim out first and follow it immediately up the combat shield after the Engineering Bay started +1, and they will sync together really quite nicely if you time it right with two medevacs, and it leads to a lovely push at like between the 9 and 11 minute mark, and that's a nightmare to hold. It's really frustrating because obviously you've got stim down, you've got combat shield, decent number of infantry plus the medevacs, and gateway units alone just don't cut it. It's infuriating. But yeah, Mothership core just chilling at the back, banking up some energy. The Reaper coming back in. This Reaper coming back in, he's just trying to get a confirmation of what's really happening. The Zealot is there up on the high ground. The Stalker, though, not going to confirm the kill. And will the robotics facility be seen? No, it won't. That's so frustrating for the Reaper. If the Reaper had seen that, I would almost argue that it's worthwhile sacrificing that Reaper to see something like the Robo. Just getting that confirmation that you know precisely what your opponent's chucking out. So there we go. Stim is on its way down. No add-on on this barracks quite yet. DieStar just a bit starved of minerals for the time being. But as expected, the Engineering Bay there too, so +1 should get started. Meanwhile, back over at Daisy's base, we see that the Forge is coming down, so that means that we will be getting upgrades on both sides. Relatively similar timing of the Engineering Bay and Forge too, which means with good chrono boosting on that Forge, Daisy will get ahead in the upgrade count if this game goes on longer. But Of course, I don't know how long this game goes on for, so I can't really indicate whether that would be a significant thing or not. But generally speaking, upgrades are more mid and late game centric, unless you're going for some kind of timing push with them. And an upgrade timing push is really strong. Terran, just generally Terran timing pushes against Protoss are great. They work really solid. It's where games will end quickly, is around that sort of 10-11 minute mark is a general really good timing push. It's where you get stim combat shield and +1 all done. Now, we've got a second reactor coming on. That tells us that the composition is going to be Marine heavy and not too Marauder heavy. Actually, in terms of the Marauder count, it's 0 for the time being. So, very low Marauder count. The Observer was trying to get in and get a little bit of scanning information. Only actually does see the third CC. Okay, that's really good. Seeing that third CC says this isn't a 2-base all-in. Really? I know that's quite obvious, but yeah, it says that, hey, my opponent's not going to just try and wreck me off of 2 bases. Probably means there's been a delay somewhere else to be able to afford that. And that's what really DayZ wants to identify. Where was that delay? What was that delay? And how do I adjust my play to deal with that? DayZ, though, with, of course, the Robotics Bay coming down, we'll get some Colossi fairly soon. Sees that the Starport, tad late. Obviously the timing won't sync up now, even if Combat Shield was started instantly. DieStar also getting a small supply block of just a couple of seconds. It's not a huge amount, but that's again a bit of a bumpy build, and ultimately you're always aiming to get that perfect build order where you don't get any bumps, any delays, everything's just a constant trickle of units, your money's always low. And in credit to DieStar, he's keeping his money really low throughout, pretty much under 100 on both sides for the majority of the time. Really good macro. DayZ banking up a bit more, but I'm not quite sure what that's going to be banked up for. Oh, there we go. Some additional gateways do need to come down just to up the production. I saw there was only 2 more, but I was going to see how many more. But could get a couple more, actually. It's possible to see a few more gateways here. It depends whether it's going to be a 2-base all-in. And yep, there we go. Here comes down the additional gateways, taking us up to 7 gates now with 2 Colossi. Big push, +1. Armor already done, +1 weapons is on its way, getting chrono boosted, extended thermal lance and blink. 7-gate blink +2 Colossi can move out and be very devastating. There will be a third trying to sneak in here. It's a lot to try and get this third base down with this much stuff. It's gonna leave, and the reason this is achievable is purely because really DayZ just spending a lot. Oh, is DayZ actually gonna save that third? Maybe changing his mind there. Okay. Changing his mind, not going to be getting down that third. I was going to say that getting that third would be pretty bold. And, oh, that scan. What does the scan see? What does the scan see? That is really important. The scan sees 4 additional gateways. Doesn't see these back to or the Forge or the Robotics Bay, but did see the Colossi, so you know the Robotics Bay is there. How's this going to work? Well, Pyrobe is putting down a pylon. And yeah, a couple more gateways going to be getting their way out here. Warping in a lot of units, a lot of Stalkers because of that blink upgrade that's done. I don't think the Twilight Council was seen either, which is, again, pretty cool not knowing that that's down. If I take a look, nope, definitely not seeing the Twilight Council, so blink is a mystery. And that's not a sort of mystery you want. Third base is there for DieStar. DieStar as well, producing some Vikings ready to try and deal with those Colossi. But remember, blink Stalkers are going to deal with that well. And oh no, there's quite a lot of infantry sitting here. The Stalkers do reveal blink quite early on. And that's going to just alert DieStar that, hang on, my Viking positioning is going to have to be ace, because if I'm out of position at 2, well, Blinkstalkers can blink underneath them, take them out, and then suddenly the Colossi will stay up for the remainder of the game and probably end a lot of stuff. This third orbital, 99.9% sure, will be forced to go. It's just how many SCVs get taken out in the process. Well, not actually too many. A couple of mules did go down there. That's frustrating. We'll take a little income herb, but more bunkers rapidly trying to get produced. The Viking count isn't huge. The Blinkstalkers need to blink under those and take them down. Do manage to do so. And of course, not a single Colossus will fall. 3 of them now there. And this is looking amazing for DayZ. A beautiful timing. And, well, 3 more Vikings are on their way through, but the single damaged Colossus will go down with a bit of infantry from behind, but 2 more still staying up, able to deal so much damage. The SCV is just walking into a murderous form of extended thermal lances, and with the second bunker now down, I think GG is going to have to get called because, well, DieStar has very little in terms of a standing army, and, yeah, no comment on the playstyle, but I thought that playstyle was very damn effective considering it won the first game. So, game number 1 is down, currently 1-0 up for DayZ. Game 2 going to be coming up straight after this for anyone on my Twitch channel, of course twitch.tv/Madals, or for YouTube, flick over to my channel and I will see you at game number 2 in just a sec.